I know Chiggs is in here recording this.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know, Chig gonna have everything up there.
Whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Okay, so here we go. The highly anticipated Joe Budden podcast episode since his Spotify rant has dropped. But not so fast. Do not go to your DSPs because it is not yet available on Spotify or Apple Music. Joe Budden hinted that he might drop this episode on Patreon, and looks like he made good on that promise. As of right now, episode 665, titled Talk to the Gilfs, is available on Patreon right now on all tiers. I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it on DSPs probably later or maybe tomorrow, but right now looks like Joe and Ian are trying to get people to subscribe to their Patreon. Now this has caused a lot of Joe Budden podcast fans to be angry, called them out for being hypocrites. Somebody actually tweeted Ian saying, "Yo Ian, don't ever talk about playing the long game with the short sell of the podcast. Visibility is more valuable than you Patreon subs." Ian responds back saying, "Stop being angry so early in the morning. Enjoy the experience." Flex on him in his response. Try to call him broke. So Joe is basically telling you guys, y'all thought that was funny. Fuck y'all. Go subscribe to my Patreon. Let me run up this check. Now, I'm only going to play a few short clips because this is still on Patreon. I do not want to give it away. Joe started off the podcast by saying that his dad called him. Also saying that his mom called and asked if he needs her to address Drake's dad. If you guys remember, Drake's dad spazzed saying, "Yo, why do these hating ass journalists keep talking about my son?" Hey man, listen, in the 1v1, Drake's dad versus Joe's mom, sorry, I gotta go with Joe's mom. Now, Joe had several responses back to Drake, but here's the one that I felt was very, very interesting. Here's what Joe said.
Nice ass cribs in the 973.
I don't know
what the fuck he talking about.
It's $20 and $30 million houses in the 973. I mean, they might not be his house, but it's cool.
And this is just where now I had a lot to talk about in this. This is Drake. You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of people attempting to spin the narrative that I'm a hater. That's what I'm sick of.
You are.
Every time I get into it with one of these niggas.
No, you're a hater, but not for him.
Pause.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. Like, you are a hater for some people in certain instances, but for Drake, you're not. And that was the thing for me. Like, yo, you really big Drake up.
Man, this is a thinly veiled attempt at revisionist history for the TikTokers and the streamers, is what this is. This is who he is speaking to. The people that know me for this. I don't really, that's not really that ain't my base. And unfortunately for y'all out there, there's some people that was there. They lived through it before TikTok was a thing. Yeah, so you gotta go ask like your cool uncle. You gotta go ask your dad. You can't unqualify me because I was qualified before you were a thing. It's just a fact, which is partly why we have this thing between us. I don't know what it really is that we have between us.
Now, in addition to that, Joe also gave a reason why he's qualified to be able to critique Drake's music, and also Parks responded back to Drake, telling him, "Yo, check my discography."
When he was talking all that shit, Mark Zuckerberg, how does he have an opinion on hip hop? I was like, I'm so happy my discography is what it is. You can go look it up.
There will never be a space on this earth where there's a music conversation happening and I'm not qualified to have it. I have done this at every fucking level and I'm only still here because of my fortitude and my ability to innovate and be at the precipice when counted out at all times. I beg of you, if I'm not qualified to talk music, if I'm not qualified to discuss rap as it drops at a time where nobody is discussing rap as it drops, then who the fuck is?
Joe also revealed that Drake DM'd him, telling him he didn't have an issue with him if Joe would have just kept it to just music critiques. He said he has a problem with the malicious attacks, like saying he fucks 25-year-olds. If I don't really fuck with you like that, that's something that I would say to try to make people look at you in a bad light. I think Joe handled this Drake response very well. He also spends quite a bit of time on the episode breaking down Drake's lyrics, which I know some of you guys enjoy. And yes, he definitely took some shots back at Maul, calling him homeless. So make sure you guys go check it out, or it might be out right now, or maybe they're gonna drop it tomorrow. So what you guys thought about this Joe Budden response back to Drake, post your comments below, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys later.